Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Look, let me tell you something. If you're a classroom teacher and you are sick and tired of being treated like tall children, and I say this all the time because it's true, these bad administrators treat teachers like tall children. Now, APE is going to help you get delivered from these bad administrators. Okay, all week starting yesterday. Okay, we've been kicking butt, and we'll be kicking butt on Thursday in Atlanta Public School Central's office. Okay, we're gonna be kicking butt down there protesting. I usually don't tell people we're going to protest and let them know when we're going to protest. That kind of slipped out, but that's what we're going to deal with it. Okay, I might have to change the date now, but I don't want to change the date. But we're going to be down there protesting against the superintendent and Miss Nunley, special ed director down there, Miss Nunley, down there harassing one of our members. Okay, but we're going to deal with Miss Nunley. We're going to protest, and we want the superintendent must go. Miss Nunley must go. They both must go. Because when you start harassing an APE member, we do not tolerate administrators harassing our members. And we got a situation we're going to have to deal with, okay? And we have a lot of those situations going on, okay? A lot of these teachers were members of GAE, Page, AFT, not all of them, but a lot of these new members we have come in the organization, allow administrators to be a part of their organization. Just the other day, we had an administrator called our office. I hate to call her out, but it is what it is. Want an APE to protect her, okay, from these another crazy administrator, white one. I think a white administrator was going against a black administrator or something like that. But and the reason why she wanted to join because both of them was part of the same organization. And the president organization, I can't think which one is my understanding. They like her more. And see, this is the type of mess I'm telling you teachers go through. Okay. You know, they go through this all the time. These same administrators don't help them. But when they get in their butt kicked, they want to call APE to help them. Okay, because they realize that APE is the most aggressive teachers organization of the South. They realize it. They know it. And so they called yesterday, okay, wanted help, okay, but we don't represent administrators. We represent only teachers because when we walk in, everybody to know we coming to represent that classroom teacher and not an administrator, okay? We don't represent administrators, okay, because administrators are the one keeping up all this mess, okay, and want to terminate teachers and got teachers going home, losing their hair out of their head, going bald head because these are bad administrators. School board members hire these sorry superintendents, don't know nothing, and they hire these people, and then all of a sudden they hire these crazy superintendent, hire these crazy and unqualified principals, and the principal go in there and harass the teacher. And it's just crazy to me that these same principals, they were teachers at one upon a time, and they go, and for some reason, when they become a administrator, they just forget about all that, and they don't support the classroom teacher. Well, APE, tell the whole world, tell everybody that APE protects classroom teachers. We fight to protect classroom teachers. We don't fight to protect principals, okay? We're not the Association of Principals. We're the Association of Professional Educators, okay? Better known as APE Mafia, okay? We were called by APE Mafia by one of our members, named us the APE Mafia. Okay, so let me tell you something. They are right. We are the APE Mafia. Okay, teachers organization, APE. Okay, but anyway, if you are ready to be a part of an organization that's going to truly fight for your rights, you need to join APE. You need to join APE today. Okay, because APE is the only teachers organization that administrators fear, and for good reason. Okay, we have people calling in wanting to join us every day. And the reason why, you know, we had to do some new graphic and stuff for our podcast show. We've been very hard, but you know, the reason we're for a while because we had a lot of work, a lot of butt kicking we had to do. But we got it back going, and one of the main reasons why we had to get this thing back going is because I had so many people that was joining APE. And the reason why they was joining, they was telling me because they have seen the podcast. And it seems like everybody that comes into the new members that come in join APE, they always tell me they join because of the podcast show. They found us online, found me calling out these crazy administrators. And that's why they joined, because they were looking for a teachers organization that truly fight for the rights of teachers. See, APE is the only teachers organization that truly fight for the rights of teachers. There's no other teacher organization that fight for the rights of teachers but APE. That's just it. And when teachers understand that we are the only teachers organization, APE Mafia, that's going to fight for their livelihood, is going to protect their career, then they'll start joining in droves, joining APE. Okay. Not only we have 4 to 5 members joining today, we're going to have 20 to 30 to 40 to 50 members joining today. Okay, because we are the most aggressive teacher organization of the South, period. So spread the word about our new podcast, our podcast show, APE Mafia, okay? And we are the most aggressive teachers organization of the South. Now, a lot of people join GAE because they think GAE plantation. They come down to the South, which is a plantation. They come down here and they think GAE is, NEA, GAE here in Georgia, and they think they are very aggressive when they get here, until they find out that they're on the plantation. Now, when they find out they're on the plantation, and then they realize GAE can't do anything for them, and they call GAE, and I know because I got a lot of people that join APE, and they all GAE members, some page, okay, some page, some LFT, but most of them GAE. They join GAE and they realize GAE ain't worth a dog doo-doo. Yeah, you tell them I said it. They ain't worth a dog dookie. Okay, I would say something else if I wasn't a Christian. Okay, and sometimes I find myself saying things I shouldn't say. But I'm telling you right now, they don't do anything to fight for the rights of teachers. And I can say that boldly because I have teachers joining APE daily, and they are members of GAE. They've been members of GAE. And I tell teachers this every time I'm out in the school: when it comes to your livelihood, you need to be a part of an organization that's going to truly fight for your livelihood. You have a car you just bought. Some of you just bought a brand new home. When it comes to your livelihood, you need to be a part of an organization that's going to truly fight for your livelihood. And APE is the only organization I know that will fight, beat up the administrator. I mean, not physically, but mentally, definitely mentally, because we go out there and we protest, and we write letters to the governor's office, and we write letters. We bring administrators to these and superintendents, okay? Bring them to their knees, because the way they treat teachers. Now, I'm not saying we don't have some good superintendents. I'm not saying we don't have some good administrators. I have some good administrators out there, a friend of mine, and superintendents. But I'm talking about the bad one, the bad superintendents, the bad administrators. Okay, the good administrators, they know how to treat teachers. The good superintendents, they know how to run a good school system. I'm talking about the superintendents and stuff, all in like the cab, writing books and selling books and stuff, and using taxpayers' money. Now, see, let me tell you what I have asked the governor to do. And I tell you, I like the governor. And I like the governor. So let me tell you what I've asked the governor to investigate: superintendents, okay? Superintendents that start, they write a book, and what they do is they push this book off on the school system and get the school system to pay for these books, okay? We're also asking the federal government, okay? We're asking them to investigate. We're also asking them, sending a letter to them to investigate. Superintendents. We have some superintendents that we believe have gotten money, they have written books and have used school money to pay for those books, or they come up with this fake thing like we're going to use the superintendent's book to help you with leadership, and because they can't sell the book can't be sold. Nobody wants the book, so they push it out on the school system. Okay, and so the school system go in there and they go in there and they buy all these books, and all they just sitting around in a warehouse somewhere, and or they sell them, give them to the teachers, or they give them to the leadership team. They just come up with anything. Okay. Well, I've asked the federal government, the DA, okay, and I've asked them to investigate, to send an investigation team out to certain superintendents that I believe has been doing this. Now, they already have got a hold to one of them, okay? They're going to call no names because it's on the investigation, okay? They already have gotten a hold to one of them. And we have asked them, we have sent a letter to ask them to the federal government, the DA, prosecutors, and when you APE member, we're going to come after you with full force. Full force. Okay? We're not going to play with you. We're going to come out, we're going to come after you with full force. Now, APE was the one that got that up in DeKalb County, sent a letter to the governor, asked him to investigate DeKalb County. See, we don't play with this thing. Okay? And I'll be the first to let you know that, yes, APE sent the letter to, because everybody wants to know, now you know. APE sent a letter to the governor, to the state, asking them to investigate, because we had a lot of teachers being harassed up there. Okay, we had a lot of teachers being harassed. And we, and I didn't think the superintendent was doing a good job. We gave him an opportunity to fix it. He didn't fix it. So we sent a letter we're sending out the letters and got the ball rolling. Okay. And we just have to do that, because we cannot allow these superintendents, these administrators to harass good members, okay, good teachers, not just our members. They harassing GAE members too, AFT members too, but they are members of GAE. I can't do anything for teachers who want to be a member of GAE. If you want to be a member of GAE and continue to get your butt kicked, that's on you. But I'm not going to have a superintendent or a administrator harassing APE members. It's just not going to happen. So we are the most aggressive teacher organization of the South. Now, what we want you to do, if you know of any superintendent, any administrator that is double dipping, we want you to write our office, okay? We want you to call us at 770-347, don't be afraid, 770-347-8797. That's 770-347-8797. If you want to be a member of APE, you can go to our website. You can see it here in the description. You can see our the Q&R code is up on the left side, on my side anyway. If you want to join, all you got to do is take your cell phone out, and you can join the most aggressive teachers organization of the South. Now, we have some bravers as well, and I understand that. It's fine. You got to deal with that. You got to get over it. But we're not going to allow, see, the reason why we're so aggressive, because we realize if we weren't so aggressive, we wouldn't get the results that we get today. We have to be aggressive so we can get the results that we get. That's why we are so aggressive. Because first of all, why would an administrator or a superintendent want to help a teacher that they're trying to terminate if the organization that's supposed to be supporting them, if they're not afraid of that organization? And they all say they're not afraid of APE, and that's fine. But I always say, just wait till the end. Wait till the end. We'll find out who they're afraid of, because we don't care. I've been locked up many times. I can guarantee you, I don't care. When we say we're going to protest against administrator and we're going to dig up, and we have a retired FBI agent, and we're going to get to the bottom of it, we're going to get to the bottom of it. Okay? When we get involved, some people going to jail. When APE get involved in a situation and they're doing something illegal, some people are going to jail. Okay? And I don't, and I hate this, trust me, we're not out here trying to destroy people's lives. Don't get me wrong, but we just feel like the administrator, the superintendent, they beat up on classroom teachers. They have them all stressed out. They don't mind terminating their career. They don't mind destroying their jobs. See, one thing about the good old boys, they didn't try to destroy your career. They just say, look, I had this teacher last year. They're calling one of their friends as another principal. Look, you got her next year. I know. I grew up in Clayton County. I grew up around the good old boys. I know exactly how they work. Stroud was the superintendent, and I used to cut his grass. So don't tell me that I don't understand how the system works. I know exactly how the system works. I was friend of every powerful person you could think of in Clayton County. So I know exactly how it works. And let me tell you, they probably didn't like you, but they didn't try to destroy your career. You got these black administrators and these black superintendents firing and going against black teachers and stuff. And I don't care if you're black superintendent. I don't care if you're a white superintendent. I don't care if you're a Chinese superintendent. I don't care if you're a Mexican superintendent. I just don't care. And the same thing as a principal. I don't care what you are. I hate everybody equally when it comes to messing with our members. We are not going to allow administrators and superintendents to harass and destroy our members' career. It's just that simple. That's why I'm always telling teachers, stop wasting your time. Stop wasting your time and money with teachers' organizations that's not going to fight for you. Stop wasting your time for organizations that are not going to fight for you. Now, what we need you to do, all you have to do is like and subscribe. Okay, that's not going to kill you to like and subscribe. Okay, no, and we have teachers eavesdrop on here sometimes. Don't be eavesdropping on the APE Mafia, on the APE Mafia podcast. We want you to say something. If you on this podcast, if you want to say anything, you're welcome to chat with us. You can do that now. We can chat. If you want to know what's going on in whatever school system you at and you want some help, you can ask us right now, or you can call us at 770-347-8797. 7. I had a friend of mine, you said 7. Call us at 770-347-8797 if you want to talk to us. Okay? Now, we also, if you know of a principal, we call them principal clowns. If you go to our website, we call them out. We call them principal clowns. If you know a principal clown that is harassing not only you or someone else, okay, you need to tell them to call APE Mafia. Okay, call APE Mafia. Okay, so we can deal with it. Okay, now we want you to do your job. Now we don't want you to be calling us and you know you ain't did what you're supposed to do. Okay, if you're gonna call APE, make sure you dot the I's and cross the T. Okay, we are aggressive. We don't play, but we don't want you to call us and we know you ain't showing up for work on time. All right, if you know you ain't going to work on time, that's just crazy. All right, well, we'll help you too, but still, you got to go to work. Okay, so this is the thing here. We want you to call and let us know where these clowns are located. And so we can call them out on our podcast show. Okay, we're going to be protesting on Thursday, and we're gonna broadcast it here on the APE show, the APE podcast show, APE Mafia TV. We're going to be on APE Mafia TV, and we're going everywhere we go and protest, even when we're walking inside the building, interacting with administrators and everything, it's all going to be live on the APE Mafia TV. And we want you to call the mess out. And we need you to call us and let us know where we need to go next. We need you to call us and let us know who we need to picket next. We need you to call us and let us know who we need to put as a principal clown on our website. Okay? You don't have to leave your names. I know some of you might be afraid. Go to our website and just let us know, hey, Mr. Haynes, I need you to come to this school. We need you to put this principal on the clown list. or this superintendent on the clown list. Don't be afraid. You know, you just can't be afraid. You got to stand up. You got to stand up, okay? Because you're never going to get the help you need until you start straightening up your back. You got to straighten your back up. Okay, you got to straighten your back up. Okay, because as long as you allow these bad administrators to ride you, they will ride you. Straighten your back up. Okay, straighten your back up. Call APE. Don't try to do it yourself, because you don't have to do it yourself. Because y'all try to do it yourself. Some of you are good writers. Some of you do a good job, but at the end of the day, you still get non-renewed. So that didn't work. It didn't work. If you get non-renewed, it didn't work. And don't wait till you get non-renewed. Call APE, because we're going to charge you $47.50. That's $4,750. We do it every day. And people pay it every day. Okay? So you want to join before you get hit, just like insurance. You don't want to wait till you have a car accident and say, well, I had a car accident. Let me go call APE Mafia. No, you want to call us before you get hit. Before you get hit. You need to be a member before you get hit. Just like you remember GAE, Page, FT, the ones they what for doo-doo. Just like that. You need to join APE the same way. And people say, what I get for my money? I tell you what you're getting. You're getting me. You're getting the most aggressive teachers organization in the South and the most crazy man in the world that's not afraid of anybody, anything. And I will confront any superintendent. I will confront any administrator in their face. I've done it plenty of times. Of course, I've been arrested plenty of times. You can Google it. I'm not afraid to allow you to Google it. Okay, go ahead, knock yourself out. But let me tell you this. You're going to find out that Mr. Haynes don't play. And Mr. Haynes is not afraid of nobody. If I get in King Roy's face when he was the governor, if I get in his face, call him King Roy, I can assure you I get in anybody's face. Okay? We do not play. I do not play. Okay? Now, if you are harassing our members, we're going to deal with it. Just that simple. Now, I always tell people, and I always tell these school systems, it's the way to make Mr. Haynes go away. You just give our members what they want. Just give them what they want and we'll go away. Just don't try to fire them. Don't try to terminate them. Send them somewhere else. Do something. Do whatever you got to do. That's up to you. But whether you fire them or not, I'm coming. And that's all they need to know. You're not going to win with APE because we're going to come. See, I don't work for the school system. We don't work for the school system. I don't get a check from the school system. So we coming. Ain't nothing you can do about it. So at the end of the day, this guy was on the school board where he used to use that all the time, Rod Johnson. He always used to say, at the end of the day, at the end of the day. So I'm going to say it today, at the end of the day, you need to be a part of the most aggressive teachers organization of the South at the end of the day. Okay, because we are the only organization, and I'm going to keep saying it because it's true. It ain't boasting if it's true, okay? It's not boasting if it's true. It is true. The APE is the most aggressive and the only aggressive teachers organization of the South. And I say that boldly because it's true. That's the question you're going to have to ask yourself. How long do I allow this? How long, not long? Dr. King, how long, not long? How long, not long? How long are you going to be harassed by these crazy administrators? How long? How long are you going to allow these administrators to have you going home crying? How long are you going to allow these administrators to destroy your career, write you up, put you on a PDP plan, or whatever the hell they call it on the tickets today? How long are you going to allow that to happen? How long would you go home and your husband is upset because you're making his life a living hell, or your wife is upset because you're making her life a living hell, because of what you dealing with at the school. Now, how long are you going to do that before you get some real help? Until you join an aggressive teachers organization that's going to fight for you, protect you. And if you are someone listening to this podcast and you know of a teacher that's going through all that mess, or just a teacher you might not be going through anything. You would want to be a part of an aggressive teachers organization just in case you need that organization. APE. You would want to be a part of an aggressive teacher organization just in case you need that organization to fight for you. I don't care if you're in California. We got members in California. We got members in Texas. We don't discriminate. If you want to join APE, you can join. We'll hop on that plane, just like we were getting ready to hop on that plane to go to Texas. We'll fight for you. I don't care where you are located. I don't care what school system you in. APE is growing daily. And it all started in my head with the help of my mentor, Dr. John Austin Rose, that molded me into this thing, you know. And I give credit where credit is due. But APE has morphed into the most aggressive teachers organization of the South because of our hard work, spreading the gospel, spreading the good news. Because what these bad administrators do to good teachers is just, I truly believe we're doing God's work. Because the way they treat these teachers, you'd be surprised. Some of these teachers go in the hospital, or some don't even get out the hospital or die from stress. That's why I beat them down like I do. That's why I don't respect a bad administrator or a bad superintendent. I just don't. Or board member. I just don't. I was a board member. I was on the board. I just don't respect it. And I always fought. I always believe in fighting for teachers. And I said this when I was on the school board in Clayton County. I said, and they got and they kept getting mad with me because I kept voting to kick out to expel these thugs that was in the school system. I kept voting to kick them out, and they would get mad with me, some of the board members. And I kept telling them, you have to support teachers. You cannot allow the animals, thugs, to run the school system. I said, it's just like a warehouse. You're just going to be warehousing children, and it's going to get worse and worse. And that was almost 15 years ago. Now, look at the school system now. They're doing exactly what I said. They are warehousing these children, and the animals are running the zoo. Just like I told them, it could have been stopped many years ago. But you got to be willing to do what most people don't want to do. You have to be willing to do that. You got to be willing to kick them out. Order is the first law of the universe. It doesn't matter what the curriculum is. It doesn't matter what the curriculum is. It's discipline is out of control in the classroom. You got to establish discipline first. And then learning can take place. We see, you got all these people for to be so smart and so intelligent. I'm Dr. Sutton. I'm doctor. I got my degree in curricula. Yeah, they go to, it's crazy. Pedagogy. Or like a goat, pedagogy. It's crazy. It don't matter how smart you are. Let me tell you something. Do you think those the thug students, do you think they care about your degree? Do you think the thug students care about where you went to school? Order is the first law of the universe. If the universe is in order, that should tell you that order is important. Discipline is important. If you do not have discipline in a school system, I don't care. You're going to have chaos. And no learning is going to take place. I don't care what the curriculum is. That's why at the state level, all this change of curriculum is them trying to figure out how we're going to deal with these black kids down in these urban areas that don't want to learn. That's what it's all about. That's why they keep changing the curriculum. They keep changing the curriculum. Changing. Next 2 years, it's something else. Next 4 years, it's something else. They think they came up with the best thing the next 4 years. Now, I fought them like hell when I was on the school board in Clayton County. They wanted to bring those computers in, and I kept saying, you don't need no computers. You can't get rid of the books. You got to keep the books. They got rid of the books. Look at the mess. Now look at the mess. You go to private school, they still have books. They still know who the presidents are. These kids don't even know who the presidents are. And they graduate, and these kids, and they can't even read. Sometimes I can barely read. They can't even read. Can't even read. And they just pushing these kids through. Like I said, it's just warehousing them. And they just keep pushing them through, and they graduate. And they get up there on stage with their little old hats on, throw them up in the air like they've been working their butt off and got good grades, and they just don't, and then the parents up there, they so happy, they bringing in balloons, and they bring them cakes, and they celebrating like little Johnny can read, and little Johnny is on his way. He's so intelligent, and Johnny can't even read the menu at the restaurant. What you want, Johnny? I looking for, he looking for pictures. Or she looking for pictures. Can't even read what's on the menu. Don't even know what's on the menu. These are the facts, folks. And I fought against this thing when I was on the school board, and they laughed at me. They thought I was crazy. I said, all y'all doing is warehousing children. That's why if you go to my website, you'll see the book, Warehousing Children. You can purchase that book if you want to. But I'm telling you, I've been going against this thing for a long time. So I understand school systems very well. I hired and fired a lot of superintendents, enough superintendents to know what's going on in education. I've been dealing with this for going on almost 30 years now. Representing classroom teachers, fighting for teachers. Built this organization coming from a man just used to have a lawn service, cutting grass. Now we have 2 or 3 different businesses we do. Why? Because I had good teachers that held they held me accountable for the things I was doing crazy when I was in school. That's why. Discipline. I got out of control. They called my parent. My daddy beat the hell out of me. Next door neighbor beat you. My uncle beat me. Then my daddy beat me when he got home. Discipline. I didn't understand that at the time, but I do now. Because of good discipline, now I'm successful today. I don't care what the curriculum is, people. It doesn't matter what the curriculum is. It just doesn't matter. Discipline is the key. You establish discipline, and you can teach anything. You get order in that classroom, teacher can come in there and teach anything. And we got to get these, and we don't need all these stupid curriculums, no way. Teachers went to school, they're professional, they know what to teach. They know how to teach. Get rid of all that crap. They don't do it in private school. They got the highest test scores, some of these private schools. It's just all in the public schools. It's crazy to me. They spend all this money building all these fancy buildings and all, just hundreds of thousands of dollars, just throwing hundreds of thousands of dollars. Kids can't even read. Think about that. They spend billions of dollars in schools, building all these fancy places and buildings and stuff, all this stuff, and the kids can't even read, and the discipline's out of control. And Lovejoy, people getting killed. Down there, they found the boy behind the library. It's crazy, man. It's just crazy. Just waste of taxpayers, just throwing away money. We doing this for our children so they can get a great education, and then why in the hell they graduate and can't read then? If you spending all this money for these children to get such a great education, why in the hell they graduate and can't read? Johnny can't read, it's the teacher fault. No, Johnny can't read, it's his mammy fault. It's his daddy fault, or mom, whoever the hell Johnny stand with's fault. That's whose fault it is. But everything they want to blame the classroom teacher, everything to blame on the classroom teacher. Johnny can't read, it's the teacher's fault. It's the teacher's fault that Johnny can't read. Not that Johnny go home and Johnny run up and down the hallways all the time. Oh, it's not that. Not because Johnny, he skipped class all day down in the bathroom smoking weed or doing slap box. No, it don't have anything to do with that. Johnny can't read because the teacher's not teaching. It's everything that the teacher's not teaching enough. They're not teaching enough. They're not teaching good. That's why Johnny can't read. And they called the teacher in there and they harassed the teacher. I think I know what's going on in education. I think I know a little bit. That's why APE is the most aggressive teachers organization of the South, because APE knows the issues. Had to get professional on you. I love slang. I like talking slang. I just like it. APE knows the issues. If you don't mind me just being professional for a moment, because it's not going to last. So if you are ready to be a part of an organization, if you're a classroom teacher and you're tired, are you tired of being harassed by these crazy administrators that don't have control of the school, but they want to terminate your contract, put you on a professional development plan or whatever the hell they call on the tickets, and they can't even run a school? And the only reason, can I be fair, the only reason they got the job because who they slept with, or who they girlfriend with, or whatever, who they kiss up to. Board member come in there, they kiss the butt. I know, I was a school board member. They kissed the butt trying to get a job. Yeah, and they love that kissing that butt. Them board members love that. I think Johnny needs the job because you need to get Johnny the job. He'll make a good principal. Why? Because he cutting your grass? Because he cutting your grass. Had a principal got a job over there at, what's the name of that school? I can't think of that school. He was over there cutting one of the board members' grass. I think it was, what's his name, Sue. I think Sue was on the board at the time in Clayton County. I can't think of that guy's name over there. He come back to me. He over there cutting her grass. And she gave him the principal job, pushed for him to be principal. I know how the good old boy system, I know how it works. I got me a lot of positions that way. I used to cut Superintendent Stroud grass. I know all the power people. Bob Livingston, good friend of mine. Bob Livingston. Yeah, I support Dr. Lovett. I supported every super. Okay, so I think I know a little bit, and I've been in a lot of meetings with them, and I know how they operated. I know how the deals were cut. I'm there. It's just that simple. Okay, so it's not about, like I keep telling y'all, that they, for the children. These superintendents and these administrators, when they get in the job, they interview well. They always say, for the children, for the children, for the children. And then as soon as somebody come in there and offer them a big salary to go somewhere else, well, they don't care about them children now. Now they just pack up and go, right? I thought it was for the children. I thought it was all about the children. It's not about no children. It's about the money. don't care about no children. Yeah. And they don't care nothing about the teachers. You see the teachers up there taking pictures with the board members and superintendent, they just smiling, smiling like a rat just found some cheese. And they just smiling. And the teacher really mean it from their heart. They glad to get the award, and they're really happy. And they thank the superintendent and the board members, they smiling and just so satisfied that they have achieved this award, and we're glad to give it to them. And they go home, ain't thought about giving that. They ain't thought about that teacher. 2 weeks later, they trying to terminate the teacher contract because he was teachers teacher of the year. Teacher of the year. They terminate the contract. Teacher of the year. This is real talk, folks. This is real talk. So if you are tired of going through all that mess and you want to be a part of the most aggressive teachers organization in the South, what you need to do is join the most aggressive teachers organization of the South. That's APE. Most aggressive teachers organization of the South. APE stops bad drive-by evaluation of teachers. And I love this part here because I came up with it. Don't teach in the jungle without APE. Don't teach in the jungle without APE. Now, we're going to open up the chat. We're going to open up the chat, okay? If you got anything you want to say, we're going to open up the chat. It's open right now. Open right now, the chat. We have opened up the chat right now. Okay, we got somebody. Okay, hello from you. Okay, this is amazing content. Thank you, sir. Hello, amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. What game was this? Thank you. Question asked, great stream. Thank you. Thank you so much. We have people. Thank you. Thank you. Great stream. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. If you would like to chat with us, you are welcome to chat with us. We are here, and we are ready for you. Anything you want to say. I'm going to give you about 3 minutes, okay? Because we got to move on. Okay, we got to move on. We got to get out of here. We got to get ready for a picket on this week. So I got to make the picket signs. Got to go make some picket signs. So if you okay. Anyone have anything to say? Let's see. Okay. All right. Let me see here. Okay. Everybody, most people just thanking us for our content. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Now, we're going to close the chat, okay? Because maybe tomorrow, if we have more people want to ask us some questions, okay? Hold on. Give me 1 minute. All right. If you are a teacher that been sent home, that's what I want to say, and they sent you, let me get this right, a principal sent you home, please call our office. But you have to be a member now. If you've been sent home by a principal and not the superintendent, call us 770-347-8797, 770-347-8797. Give us a call, okay? If you've been sent home by a principal, not the superintendent, okay, for any reason, or HR department and not the superintendent, give us a call at 770-347-8797. Hey, we have enjoyed speaking with you all, okay? We're going to be on here nightly, daily, but we're going to always be posting. So if you subscribe, hit the like button, you will know when we're on every time we come on. If you subscribe, you'll know that we are live, okay? Thank you so much. We hope that you come back on tomorrow night. We're going to be back here on tomorrow night, okay? So if you have any questions, okay, don't be afraid to speak, okay? You have any questions, give us a call. We'll be glad to talk to you. Thank you so much. Take care.
Georgia teachers, stop wasting your time and money on weak teachers' organizations. Join APE, the most aggressive teachers' organization of the South. APE stops bad drive-by evaluations of teachers. Don't teach in the jungle without APE.